Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. KJRadio.com. Author of Race Pimping, the multi-trillion-dollar business of liberalism. You can get my book at racepimping.com. And I'm going to tell you, we have so much going on. The movie is about to wrap. bleedingbluemovie.com. Go check it out. Check out the trailer. We've got new trailers coming here shortly. And we'll start announcing where we're going to be doing our premieres here in about the next 30 to 45 days. Exciting times for us. Focus, what I said about Floyd Mayweather. We'll get to him in a second. I want to talk about a comedic hack by the name of Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert sucks, and so did the 2017 Emmys, as well as the 2017 Emmys ratings. That should come as no surprise to you. Are you guys? So in millions, and let me just give you some ideas around millions, okay? In millions of audience in terms of the viewership of a program, I don't know what you want to get, but I'll ask. I mean, obviously, you want to get as many eyes on it as you can, but what do you think should be a good number of people to watch a show? You know, a sporting event, an event like the Emmys or whatever. What do you think is a good number? Like, I mean, and let's face it, 100 million people would be stupendous. That would be like Super Bowl, you know, or basketball finals or soccer or something like that. So just keeping that in mind, what do you think? I mean, you think, 30 million viewers? I would think in a country the size of, of America, we have 318 million people. And then we have people all over the world who watch a lot of our stuff. That to get 30 million would be good for something that's an event. I'm not talking about, a sitcom. I'm talking about an event. Comes along once a year, something like that. So anyway, we'll come back to it. I don't want you guys think about it because I want to get your opinion about it, but we'll come back to it. But here's it. If it weren't for President Trump, the Emmys honestly would have nothing to talk about. Did you guys watch it? Okay. I didn't either. I didn't watch the Emmys. And I predict our audience didn't watch it. Most of us didn't watch it. I don't have any interest in the shows that are coming out. I told you guys the other day, my son and I were by ourselves, and I said, "Hey, buddy, let's go check out a movie." He goes, "Okay, Dad." I said, "You got anything you want to see?" And he was like, "No, not really." So I said, "Well, let's look." So we went on, online, and you know how it is nowadays, man. You can look. They give you excerpts and reviews and, all kinds of things. There's nothing about this movie you can't find out. You almost don't have to go. But anyway, we were looking. He's over my shoulder, and we're clicking. Yeah, about this one? Nah, it's scary. He doesn't do scary movies. And I don't have any interest in. And I'm like, and we finished, and it was like, nothing. Okay, we'll just go to the park, which was kind of cool, by the way, because I was stir crazy. He was having a good time, but I wanted to get out, and I wanted to kind of see a movie. I promise you there was nothing out there. There was nothing worthy of seeing. And I'm jaded. There's some people that, like, for example, Reese Witherspoon's got a new film where she plays a cougar and she's dating the kid that watches her. I don't know what the deal is, but she's a 40-year-old woman dating a 17-year-old boy. You lost me. I'm sure there's a suburban housewife soccer mom group that wants to go check it out. It's like 50 Shades of Grey. Okay. Go do it. I just personally had no interest in it. I was like, I don't need to see that. I get it. We've talked about it. The teachers that are molesting these boys and yada, yada. And, it's built up a lot of controversy with my audience, even though I said at 17 years old, you couldn't molest me. Not the teachers that are molesting these boys. These women are hot. So that's just my personal life, right? My little universe. But I'm not taking it away from boys who feel taken advantage of. I got you. And I do feel differently, just being honest, when it's a guy and we're talking about a girl. But a 17-year-old girl who gets, who decides she's going to have sex with her teacher, is in as much as I think to myself, come on, teacher, 40-year-old teacher, you know better. But I do get it. I understand that some young girl is attracted to a guy and he's not necessarily trying to molest her. You know what I'm saying? There are the types. So we have to admit these things if we're going to look at the problem involved with it. When you say things like that, people are like, oh my God, I can't believe it. That's what happened to Milo. He was explaining, I think, pedophilia amongst the gay community, and it got him ostracized. And I'm going, you guys, conservatives chase off, and it was the left that really went after him, but conservatives were no help. Milo wasn't condoning pedophilia. He was saying, look, that may be true in the universe of things. I mean, we can look at it in the big, but there are young boys who do want that direction, sexual direction. They make movies about this stuff. Porky's. I remember Porky's where the boys kept, if I'm remembering correctly, they kept trying to go get with an experienced woman, to lose their virginity. Well, we can't even talk about this? Oh, that's right. We shouldn't talk about religion, politics, and sex. What's that godness? So while you're out there with your little sphincters moving, going, oh, that's so controversial, Kevin, you better remember that the other side is talking about this stuff openly, and they don't care about your sensibilities. Why do you think second graders are learning how to put on condoms and they're doing strap-ons in the 5th grade? Anyway, I digress. I was talking about Stephen Colbert. See, Hollywood lies in a puddle of blood from self-inflicted wounds of leftism, and long ago, the industry put a gun in its mouth and pulled the trigger. Now, I know that's bad symbolism for a lot of people, and again, I'm not a shock jock. I just want you to understand the imagery of Hollywood. They're killing themselves. And the industry is suffering mightily. And even though that's happening, they continue their attack on conservatives. Ask yourself this question. You're losing money doing something, but you stick with it. That's passion. Because you're going, I don't even care, man. I don't care if them conservatives aren't coming. We'll teach them a lesson, man. And we're the ones who pay their bills. We are the reason, congratulate yourselves, that that they've had the worst summer movie season. Partly it's their fault because their movies suck. But they've had the worst summer movie season ever. But we are part of that because we're talking about it. Who do you not go see the movies for? Who do you omit that you go, I'm never going to that. I will never see another Jamie Foxx movie at the theater. You put a gun to my head. It won't happen. I won't see Susan Sarandon. I don't go to her movies. I won't see Tom Hanks. If it doesn't come, I'm talking about lead actors. If you're a B-leaguer, somebody, I don't care. I mean, like if it's got The Rock in it and so-and-so is like a ancillary role, I'll go see The Rock. He's a conservative. But I won't go see a De Niro film at the theater ever again. If it comes on cable, so be it. But I don't seek these people out. So Hollywood is suffering. I know there are a lot of you out there like me. And the 2017 Emmys prove no different, that they haven't learned a lesson. They continue to come after us with a passion. And the LA Times reported Trump-hating Colbert made the event a bash Trump fest. And somebody else, I'll get to this in a second, said it was just over the top. He says this, you can't deny that every show was influenced by Donald Trump in some way. This is his opening monologue. All the late night shows, obviously. House of Cards. The new season of American Horror Story. And of course, next year's Latin's Grammy, hosted by Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Funny line, and that's as good as it gets. I want to just stop for a second on House of Cards. House of Cards, Trump wasn't even president when this House of Cards came to be. This thing has been brewing for some time. And you can put this anywhere you want. House of Cards is about Democrats. Kevin Spacey is a Democrat. He's a scoundrel. And he becomes president. And the way that the left will spin House of Cards, you would think that Kevin Spacey is a Republican. Even the policies and the things that he implements, they talk about, they make him a Republican by giving him the title of a Democrat. It's weird. I don't know what the agenda is with it. And you can see different people. For example, while he's president, his wife schemes to be president after him and makes it. And they want to tell you that that's a Republicans? So anyway, I want to go on. Funny opening line, Sheriff Joe Arpaio will host next year's Grammys, Latin Grammys. But that was the most entertaining snippet from the show. And I read a few reviews. I will never watch a Colbert show, so I have to only give you the reviews, but they said it wasn't a big deal. And you know, of course, I wasn't going to watch it because, shoot, there were reruns of American Pickers. Come on, y'all. Shoot. Anyway, the article continues, and this is one that I find really interesting, and we're going to have to take a break here in a second, but Donald Glover. First black director to win in the comedy category for a show called Atlanta. And it's an FX show where he plays Earn, a rap music manager, and a young father. And I want to talk about that when we come back because he said something interesting, and we can begin with that because obviously it was targeted at Trump. Keep it here.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.